Bridges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so
There he goes! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up for 49. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Rides the back. The pitch. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the read. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. Fights off the defender. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will go to work for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long. Right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll be brought down. Georgia going up tempo. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver.
Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off play action on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Now, you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes. get you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 20. Yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Keene. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And some room to work. Turning it on. Past the 30. The tag. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've gotten... They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll give it to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dashes them in the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that would have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the left. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. The throw. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Keene. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Quarterback gets enough. Oh, he's got some space. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Motion from the back. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown. He'll do it himself. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. And this is why a mobile quarterback is the defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Punch it out of the air.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big plays. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's King. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got a man.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Buys a little time. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Dogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's the pressure. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! He'll pull it on the read. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
He'll field the button, see what he can get. Pretty. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Finding open areas. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down and still on his feet. Flying down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll send the back in motion. There he goes.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day, man.
They worked their way